Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It's Inktober day 2 for me because I'm doing the prompts in my own special way rather than daily. I've got them spaced out so that they correspond with my live streaming days. Plus, on the 3rd week of October, I'll be tackling 25 because I will be on a retreat specifically for Inktober, so I figure it's a retreat. I should get focused and see if I can actually finish all 31 prompts or all 31 drawings, prompt or not. I've never done a full 31 for Inktober before, so that's become my goal. But until that retreat week, I'm just doing 2 per week, and then so like this week I'm doing 2, next week I'm doing 2, and then the final 2 in the last week of October. So today's prompt is Scurry. I'm trying not to overthink it because I'm only giving myself not half an hour, 1 hour to do these, so I don't want to do too much detail or too much prep work because that takes a lot of time. Oh, Exy, hello! How's it going? Wow! It's great to see you again. Well, see you, see you in the chat. You have a question mark after your hello. I hope you're able to hear me. It looks like my microphone's working. Is it working? Oh, good. You responded to what I said, so it's got to be working. Yay! Yay! I'm glad you could join me. Wow! Someone to join me right from the beginning. That's so nice. So I'm not just talking to myself the whole time. I know I say that every time, but seriously. Oh, it's all working. My Twitch is bugged. Oh, okay. Oh, I hope that it starts smoothing out. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I hope that it starts working better. Okay, so Scurry. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind to me for Scurry is a rat or a mouse scurrying. So to keep it simple, I'm going to go with that. But I also have my own theme, which is griffins. So I'm going to make it like a mouse griffin. Or I was thinking of a rat griffin because I saw this really cool bird when I visited the Grand Canyon a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's some sort of jay. And it was so cute because it had this like crest on its head, and whenever it would hop around on the trees, the little crest would go flop, flop, flop. So it was a really, really cute bird. So I want to make that the front half of my rat griffin, and of course the rat is the back half, and that'll be my Scurry theme. Oh, it's all fine now. Oh, okay, good. Yay! I'm so glad that it's working. So I'm going to just put the list over here so that it's visible and give people an idea if they pop in later what I'm working on. So I'm using the same sketchbook as Wednesday. This is the one I finished Wednesday, so I'm going to go to the next page for day 2 of Inktober. Oh, okay. Won't be able to chat much today. Have to finish some work, but I'm here. Okay, sweet. It's still good to know that you're there, so it's all good. You can lurk or whatever you want. I'm really grateful that you're here at all. Okay, so then let me introduce my supplies. Same stuff as before. I would like to have a dip pen, but I think this is a good kit for travel because dip pen could be messy and I don't want to deal with spilling ink or whatever, or like a brush and ink. So I think I'll stick with this kit. So I've got Sakura Micron pens, well, Sakura Pigma, and then I've got the full Micron line and the 2 graphic sizes. Then I've got my kneaded eraser for light cleanup, and then 3 other sizes of eraser, a graphite mechanical pencil for my initial sketch, then 3 sizes of white gel pen, 2 sizes of brush white ink pen, and 3 sizes of black brush ink pen. So I have a nice variety of stuff, but sticking with, I just really like the look of Inktober being black and white ink drawings, so that's what I've got in my kit. I've done colored ink in the past, and I thought that that looked good too, but I just really like the look of the black and white. So I'm going to move my, so I'm left-handed, so I need this space to be clear here. I've been figuring that out recently. So I'm going to put my sketchbook here so that it's nice and centered. And then my kit can go here. And then the prompt is still visible. So first thing, I'm going to look up a reference image of that J. I can't remember exactly, so I'm just going to type J Grand Canyon and hopefully the reference image will come up. Oh, there it is. It's the very first thing. Let me see if I can just get it on now. So the National Park Service is the first website to come up. I went to images, but it was just their image again was the best one. It has this cool black crest on it. Stellar's Jays, that's what they're called. I'll show you. Well, maybe, because the light is reflecting. Come on, try to focus, camera. There it is. You can see the cool pointed crest on its head, and it says, identified by their prominent black crests. There aren't too many reference images here, though. Now I know what it's called, Stellar's J. I'll search that. Stellar's J. Yes. Okay, images. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Oh, no, I just didn't put the apostrophe. Okay, great. Images. There. Now you can see better. Instead of just that one, there's a bunch of them. And it's so cute because that crest, like, flops around as it hops. So we've got Scurry. So I think I'll go with this one, this reference image, because it's kind of low. It's looking low to the ground, like it might fly away. Oh, come on, focus. Come on, camera. It's focusing on my stuff on the table. There we go. It's kind of low and poised like it's about to move. So I think that that'll work well with a rat being on the back half. So I'm going to set that on my charging phone stand and get started with the sketch. I'm excited because I am not too late today, so I think I won't have to rush as much as yesterday to get this done within my ideal streaming time, especially because it's Friday, and Friday is movie night at my house. I'm looking forward. Well, we're not exactly, no, we're sort of watching movies. We're going to watch the next Rings of Power episode and the Werewolf, what was it called? Werewolf by Night, I think, that just came out. So cool. The bird, yes, it's so cool. I've never seen them before. And so I don't know if you'll ever go to the Grand Canyon, but if you ever do, like, just look around in the trees, or at least the north. We went to the northern part of the Grand Canyon, and it was just like everywhere. Like, if you sit long enough, you will see one of these jays just like hopping around, and maybe hop on the ground, and then fly up in the tree, and hopping around in the tree. They're pretty big. They're like, they were maybe like this big. So not like a little sparrow or something that could be in your, it was like a pretty good sized bird. Okay, so I gotta remember that since it's a griffin, the tail is gonna be a rat. So I just gotta get the wings. And it's nice because this coloration on this bird makes it really easy to separate the wings into the different sections, the different parts that make up a wing. It's harder when they're all the same color, when all the feathers are all the same color, because they sort of blend in, and you gotta look at each individual one to find the different groups. Okay, so this is its head, and here's its beak. It's straight pointy beak, a little bit like a crow or like a robin maybe. I guess like a jay because it's called a jay. Okay. And I've got its chest coming out a little bit too far. It doesn't come out that far. Just a little bit. Yep. When you come over here, you can let me know and we'll meet you there at the Grand Canyon. I'm excited. I hope I can, speaking of going to the other side of the planet, I hope that my Japan trip doesn't get canceled again because of the pandemic next year, because I've never seen Mount Fuji, and that is one of the things that we might be able to do when we go this time. I've been to Japan before, but I was on the northernmost island, so I mean I saw really cool stuff there too, but you know, the most iconic thing in Japan is the Mount Fuji. Didn't get to see Mount Fuji or, you know, hike on it or anything. So that would be really cool if I could do that. Even if it's not the full summit hike, but if I could just hike a little bit of it, I'd be really happy about that. Okay, and it's got like these little patches of blue. At least this particular one does. It's kind of cool. Looks like blue flaming eyebrows on it. Okay, and I'll leave a little white reflection on the eye. Mark that out to leave it. Okay, so this part's all dark. Okay, maybe the neck is a little thicker back here. Yeah, that's better. And then the wing just comes forward a little bit. And then the other wing is actually visible on this one. The back is showing just a bit, so that the two wings are pointing out like this. And then these straight lines for the folded up feathers sitting on top of each other. And some more here. And then interestingly, they've got these bars going this way, coloration on their feathers. Hope all goes as planned. Thank you, me too. It's been, I think my trip has gotten canceled, like, it's gotten canceled at least 3 times, but maybe 4 times. I can't even keep track anymore. Because first, I was going to go to the Tokyo Olympics, and I've been saving up since the Rio Olympics when, they had the closing ceremonies and everything, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize Japan was coming up next, and so I was so excited, and I was like, yes! Because I had decided a while ago that when I'm finally going to attend an Olympics when it's in Japan again, because it would be a great excuse to go to Japan. But then, of course, the pandemic hit, and the Olympics were postponed, and then they were, let's see, what happened? It's like it got canceled and canceled and canceled. It was like it was going to be no spectators, but then they were like, okay, we'll have spectators, but no foreign spectators. And of course I understand, like, a pandemic is an unprecedented situation, so I'm not, like, criticizing, but it still sucks that it kept getting canceled over and over, and then we booked a cruise instead, a cruise around Japan with the funds from because they gave refunds to everybody who had gotten tickets and stuff for the Olympics. I mean, it's even more complicated than that, but in a nutshell. And then the pandemic was still going, so the cruise got canceled, and then we rebooked another cruise. And I think that's where we're at now. Next year, if the pandemic calms down, we'll finally be able to go to Japan. Okay, so I'm done with this Stellar's J. I'm going to look up a rat. And I'm pretty good with what rats look like. I had 3 rats as pets when I was in my 20s. And they were lovely little sweeties. They were just like, little tiny dogs, you know. They would give you little kisses and everything, and they're so playful and friendly. But it's been a while. They all passed away a long time ago, so... oh, maybe this one. Like this picture. I'll reverse it as I'm drawing. Try to get this to focus. Sort of see it, I guess. But the way the foot is and the tail curling up, I think that'll fit nicely on my page here. So I'm going to use this reference. Oh, Sarah, hello. Yay! I'm so glad I get to spend time with you. I'm so glad you're here too. I am so lucky. 2 of you here with me. Hello, everybody. Ah, wow. Today's the best. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. I drew these feathers, but I'm going to combine it into this. So let's see. With rats, they actually can have not a humpback, but their back goes like this. So I'm going to bring this one's back up a little bit, actually, and bring it up in between the 2 wings. Let's see. And then I love how this tail is curling around. It might be a little big. So the tail doesn't go up like this. It goes in a smooth curve like this. Oh, that doesn't help you guys. I'm doing it wrong. It goes a smooth curve instead of a sharp angle. Their tails don't go like this. It's more like this. So it might actually be a little bit too big, but what the heck. I will just bring it off the page and bring it back on the page. Who says I can't do that? This is Inktober. I can do whatever I want as long as I'm practicing with ink. Okay. It's really hard to do this because my hand is like... This is like an inch thick. So it's hard to draw right there. We are all here vibing today. Yay! Getting to hang out with multiple people. This is the best. Let's see. Yeah, their legs are so small compared to their body size. Rats, I mean. So we have this little cute little foot. So this is the thigh bent over. And it's actually like hidden in the fur. You can't really see that. Okay, I gotta zoom in on this rat picture. Oh, it's not that good of resolution. Maybe there's a similar picture I can see so I can see how the feet are. I mean, they're kind of like dog feet, but they go all the way down instead of just this. Well, I'll just, what's the word? I'll just do it from imagination based on what I'm definitely seeing. So like the pinky toe is sticking out like as a support. And I know they have little claws on there. On their little ratty toes. Big booty bird. Well, it's hard when you've got a rat for the second half of your body. This would be an interesting one to see fly. Okay, let me see. Is this... Yeah, I think the other... how many toes? I can't tell if it's... There's definitely 4 on the front. There might be 5 on the back. Trying to look at the other images to see if I can tell. How many toes on the back foot? They're always covered up by, oh, here's a great one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 back toes. Well, it's kind of like a hand where it's got 4 long toes and a little thumby type one. Okay, sweet. And then shorter one here. Okay, now I gotta go back to that image that I was looking at before. Oh, I lost it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's too bad a lot of these reference images are from, like, exterminators or whatever. I mean, I understand that wild rats do carry disease and stuff, but they're not, it's not like they're doing it on purpose. They're really sweet, smart animals if they trust you. So I feel bad. Feel bad for them. Don't want them to get killed. But I don't know what to do about that, so I'll just ignore that part. Okay, I need to find that Stellar's J image again and do the legs. Oh, perfect. It's the very first one. So moving what are normally the back legs back here up front. And I can't tell, but I think it's probably got 4 fingers. I'm gonna look at the other images. Okay, yeah. They've got 3 in the front, like this, and 1 in the back, so that they can grip on this stuff. And the back one, and this almost just goes like that, and then the back one is shorter. Yeah, that's good. Now it looks like a wiener dog. This is a really funny griffin. It looks like a wiener dog. Wiener dog griffin. Not my intent, but I'll go with it. That's what's happening here. Okay, in the reference image, this foot isn't really that visible because it's curving around a branch, but I'll just like wing it. Wing it because it's a griffin. Okay, that's good enough. And let's see this other foot. I couldn't see the other foot either, so I'll just do like a I don't know a medium eraser. Little weenie dog. So I feel like with the one leg going up like this, the other leg should be just like down, stepping forward, and that's what I was trying to do here. Okay, that's good enough. This Inktober is, for me, more about practicing, so I'm not going to get too specific with all kinds of details. I'm just going to do some lines on here to remind myself to do the little hairs that are on a rat's tail. And I want to erase this so that I don't accidentally ink it, because I'm ready to start inking, I think. looking cool so far. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. It's a cool little wiener dog. I can't not see it that way now. Now that I've seen it that way. That's what it looks like to me. So flat and low. But, I mean, it's appropriate. It's appropriate for a rat. Because they've got, like, they're like a shape of a bun. Like a bread bun. Okay. Okay, let's start inking. I don't want to take too long. After all, what time? We've got half an hour. So, yeah, this is the perfect time to start inking. I think I'll do the same thing as last time and start with the medium brush pen. So that's like the most versatile thing I have in here for black ink. And then add details and adjustments with the other pens after that. And this time, last time I was rushing, but this time I'm going to put a little more effort into the direction I push and pull my brush, because with a brush pen it really makes a difference to the final look, whether you're pulling it towards you, like which part you start the line on and stuff like that. So oops. Also doing a little more effort into like tapering the lines and stuff. Instead of inking just to get the ink down and get it done, just a little bit more calculation. Wiener bird. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a wiener bird. That's what it looks like. It makes it even more valuable when I think of it this way, because now I know that if I ever want to do a rat griffin as a character, it's gonna have to be this like long, low body. There's like a little string or something on here, but I'm gonna get ink all over my hands if I try to get it. I didn't draw it this way, but I'm gonna do all of the rat part to show that it's furry with single lines. There. Okay, so my reference image went away. There it is. I want to see. Okay. I wanted to see where the line is where the beak opens. And it's like 2/3 or 3/4 of the way down. Maybe 2/3. Yeah, maybe I did it a little too low, but whatever, it's fine. So I'm going to start at the top for this part, for all these layered feathers in the wings. And the rat fur is coming up in between them, in between the wings. And here's the back wing. Zoomed in and it turns out these little stripes on these top feathers are actually curved a bit. Oops, paper likes to stick to this cover I've got on my desk. Okay, last thing, the eye. Actually, I'm going to leave it because I don't need the thick and thin brush technique. I actually want it to be a consistently sized line. My cough is almost gone. But I have to keep, it's still so gooky. So I have to keep clearing my throat and stuff. And coughing. Backbeat. Okay, cool. You said last thing the eye. I thought you were going to miss them. Not trying to backseat, aren't you? No, that's okay. I have... That happens sometimes where I'm like, yay, I'm done inking. And then I erase the graphite and how did I totally miss this whole thing? And then I have to ink that in without the guidance of the lines, because the graphite lines, because I already erased them. Which is usually not that big of a deal, but it's just amusing to completely miss it, and then once you've erased, it's totally obvious that it wasn't done. So when I zoomed in on this bird, I got reminded of a feature that I should be getting used to because I now have 2 pigeons, so I see them every day, but birds actually have a sort of rim around their eyes, and it's their eyelid. And so I want to include this because I'm not trying to make this a chibi or anything. So I want to make some marks to indicate this rim / open eyelid. I forgot. I wanted to keep my supplies that I use out so that when I take the final photo, I have the exact things that I actually used in the picture. Okay, so now, even if I did miss something, I think I'm ready to erase and then do some final touch-ups on the outlines. Bird, 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 bird the word. Man, I had that song. I don't know anything other than that. A bird, 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 bird. I can't even do it right. I had that song on a cassette tape when I was a kid. Along with the Purple People Eater. Or what else? Purple People Eater. I think that's the only one I remember. Oh, that one. They're coming to take me away. Haha. They're coming to take me away. Ho ho. Hee hee. Haha. I didn't know anything about that song. It was really weird, and I just listened to that tape all the time. I don't even know what tape it was, but it had an interesting collection of songs on it. Maybe they were all by the same group or person or whatever. I don't know. It was before I was, like, into music. It was just, like, I had a cassette player thing and this tape of music. I remember it was a white cassette tape with weird songs that I never heard anywhere else, like the Purple People Eater and everything. Might have had Monster Mash on it too. And I'm really pleased with this foot right here. I think it turned out really good. I'm glad I made griffins my themes so that I can get lots of practice so that when I do my interior illustrations for my novel, then I'll just have lots of experience under my belt so that they can be as good as possible. Oh, yeah, I know more. Don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is the word. I can't even remember the song right. I know this. I know the song. Old goofy songs. Yep. That one, they're coming to take me away, seems like a weird one to have on a... Maybe the tape wasn't meant for kids, but I was given it as a little kid, so... Because it's like, they're coming to take me away, haha, to the... And then it's like, to the funny farm, where life is wonderful all the time, and then blah, 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 blah. Like he's going to an insane asylum, and he's all happy about it, and just kind of it's a weird, kind of dark, but it doesn't seem like it if you don't know what it's talking about, which I didn't when I was a kid. I didn't know what that meant. Okay. Make sure there's no puppies around me. They're both sleeping on their beds, and I position the beds so that they won't get their tails or feet run over when I scoot my chair back. Okay, in the trash can, I'm gonna swipe this eraser stuff into the trash can. I think half the gifts to kids people don't even check it out before they give it. That reminds me. So, I think you're right, and that reminds me that I don't know if you've been watching The Rings of Power. No spoilers or anything, but it's extremely violent. And then I was surprised to see a commercial from Amazon, like, advertising the series, and they had, like, a little, like, 10-year-old kid getting all excited about it. I'm like, they're advertising this to, like, little kids like that? This does not seem appropriate at all. Like, it's extremely violent and in very visceral, like, I don't know, because of that, it doesn't feel like a Middle-earth thing to me. It feels like it could have been its own thing and not, like, based on Middle-earth stuff, and then it would be fine. But... yeah, I was really surprised to see that commercial. They have this little kid all excited to go see the show. I'm like, Oh, excuse me. Almost done with this freaking cough. At least that's what it feels like. I'll take a sip of my Mountain Dew mystery flavor Voodoo. So basically the Halloween Mountain Dew. I don't know what the mystery flavor is, but it's pretty good. Tom is watching it, but I'm not. Yeah, that's like, hey kids, Arya, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Arya Stark as a child when watching Game of Thrones. Exactly, that's what it's like. It's that kind of violence. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, not that I've watched Game of Thrones, but I specifically avoided it because I saw, like, GIFs and stuff of how violent it was, and that's not the kind of thing I want to watch. And it feels like they tried to make a Lord of the Rings for Game of Thrones fans, which makes me feel a bit alienated, so. But there are some really good parts about it, so I'm still looking, especially because the last episode was so much about this one group of people, and the part that I've been most interested in is this other group that wasn't even the last episode, so hopefully this episode that we watched tonight will be all about the group that I am really interested in, what they're doing. Doing my best not to do any spoilers or anything. Like, my spoiler threshold is really low, so I want to respect that for anybody else too. Like, I don't even like watching trailers unless it's like I've never heard of it before, and then maybe I'll watch the trailer to get an idea of what it is. But I just like to experience as much of it in context instead of in a trailer or through people's like previews of what it's going to be, or some people are like, it's not a spoiler, but, and then I'm like, that was a spoiler to me, but I don't say anything, it's too late by then. So yeah, I won't say much more about this show. Overall, worth watching. I don't know if I would watch it again, but it's definitely better than the Hobbit movies to me. So that's saying something. Oh, Exy, you like the show? Well, without spoilers, how about this? What was your favorite episode so far, just by number? So no spoilers. Like, the first episode, third episode. What are we on now? Is it going to be the 6th episode today or something? Maybe that explains it. Not a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah, because that's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's not Lord of the Rings, but yeah. But I've seen some good arguments in favor of it and stuff, so it's not like it's like with the Hobbit movies. Like, the first one I liked, but then it just got so bad to me. Especially, I guess for me, it really sucks because The Hobbit, the book, is like my favorite book, just on its own. And so the way the movies ended up, I was like, I just cannot not think of the book. Because I actively tried once during a watch through, but I couldn't do it. At least this is like, there's not that much, it's not, like, it's based on material from books, but it's not like it's following a specific storyline from a book, like a novel adaptation or something, so that's in its favor, I think. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I want to do, let's see, maybe I'll just go ahead and, because there is some texture on here, but I think for drama, I will just go ahead and fill in the head with black. Got the black eye. I'll leave the rim around the eye, and of course the beak is really shiny, so I'll leave the bottom part. I'm looking at the reference image while I'm explaining what I'm thinking about. The head is the darkest part, and then it becomes sort of gray, so I think I'll do some hatching here, and then it's like bright blue for the rest. So that's my plan. I'm going to fill this in, and maybe I'll do it these big strokes like this so that it sort of imitates the way I'm seeing the feathers on the reference image. This episode is the 7th. Wow! We are really far into it. You're right back, time to peel off this charcoal mask on my forehead. Why is acne still a thing at 37 years old? Man, that sucks. I had the worst acne in high school and my early 20s, so I feel you. I'm so glad that mine finally went away with... I had to get professional treatments from the dermatologist, but I took care of it and I've never had a problem. So, I mean, you know, I'll have the occasional blemish, but not like a major breakout or anything anymore. I don't have a favorite one. I like some characters and their my favorite part is the bromance between two characters. Okay, I'm gonna think about it. Cause yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody who hasn't watched it, anybody who might watch this recording later. Think about who that probably is. I think I have an idea. Oh, I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Okay. I'm 99% sure I know who you're talking about. And if I'm right about what you're talking about, then I agree. I think that's one of the parts that I'm liking about the show. Of course, I'm all talking in codes. Who knows? Who knows if it's the same? But it's probably. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, see? There's definitely good parts, because it makes me smile thinking about that when you described it that way, bromance. Like, yeah, it is nice. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so I'm doing my brush strokes to try to imitate the way the feathers are on the bird, so it curves under the eye and then goes around the back of the neck like this. So I'm just trying to imitate that so it'll show up in these little small areas of white that are left over. And I'm trying to go a little lighter as I go down because it's starting to become more gray feathers at this point. There. So I'm going to fill in this back foot because with the reference image it's in shadow, so it just looks completely black on the reference image too. That's something with the Inktober that I like practicing, is heavy block shading with ink. So maybe I'll leave a little bit. No. I'll leave it like that for now, with a little bit of the other toe showing. But this foot is not black because rat feet are lighter than their rest of their body, unless they're a white rat. This one is black as well, but with the lighting it actually looks gray. So now I will start doing some hatching. So size 8. Yeah, since it's gray feathers, I think size 8 is good. Whose hands? I forgot what we were talking about. Tell me what we were talking about. The comment is out of context for me now because I completely forgot, thinking about multiple things. I don't know if I said this already, but just like with the lines up here, I'm trying to make these hatching lines indicate the shape of the wings here too by curving the lines where appropriate. Let's see, so this is sort of covers it. Yes, like this. Oh, excuse me. Dang. Okay, so here, I'm thinking about it. There's this distinct area where these are darker than the part in front. So I think we're seeing multiple layers of stuff right here, multiple layers of feathers. I mean, of course we are, but even more than what I initially drew. There. Whoops. Wow, I looked at this picture in my OBS over there. Wow. When I'm just looking at it directly, I don't notice how nice and contrasty it is, but the contrast is showing up nice on the camera at least. Ooh, yikes. It's thundering outside. Need to close the windows. Although I am jealous. Thunderstorms are my favorite, but it's dangerous to have your windows open with the thunderstorm. It's dangerous to be near windows in a thunderstorm too. So take care. Take care over there in the thunderstorm. Well, I don't know if it's actually stormy or if it's just thundery. I learned recently that the word origin for storm has something to do with wind. So if you want to be really technical, it's stormy if it's really windy. So that was cool to know. I think my brother looked that up because he was wondering about it. I love that kind of stuff. I love the origin of words. It gives them more meaning for me, so I like being precise, whether it's with my language or whatever. Okay, so thinking about what to do. So the beak is just very shiny, so I'm just going to do a little bit of hatching on it to sort of show that it's a dark beak, but it's so shiny that it looks a lot lighter colored. And then just for texture, up here in these eyebrows, a few marks. And then I'm going to do a smaller pen size. 3? Okay, that'll work. These lines are just to show I don't know if it's shadow or if the feathers are a darker shade of blue. But that's what I'm doing right here. And then here's the same thing, and I think this is more a shadow from the way the wing is folded in. And now something I'm noticing is where the wing right here is casting a shadow on its own body. So I'm going to thicken the line up here to indicate that. And then the same thing happens towards this back part here. Okay. 3. I'll use the 8 for leg. Do a similar thing to the beak to show that it is a dark limb, but it's lit up so much that it looks a lot lighter. Use the 03 to shade the farther back foot. When I look at the bird reference, because I can't look at both because I'm just looking on my phone. Can't look at the rat and the bird at the same time, but the bird has a lot of texture in its plumage underneath, but it's very, very fine feathers. So I'm gonna get, yeah, let's do this 01, really small one, to get this texture in here. Welcome back, Sarah. Got myself a sandwich while I was up. Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to after this movie night, and that includes dinner, movie night at home, because I am tired of going to the movie theater and people are always talking, and I'm like, why do we pay all this money to go to the movie theater and have people talking? So it was watch the movie at home ever since I gave up on the movie theater. But it's actually really nice because then you can pause it if you need to go to the bathroom or whatever. Yay, I think this is working well to give the texture that I'm seeing here. And I'm going to bring it back and sort of match it with the rat part, which I had already done similar lines on. So, but rat fur is more, organized? Not organized, uniform. It's like a uniform, smooth coat and not this like interesting rough. So I'm going to try to show how it changes as it gets to the back by changing my line style as well. That's good enough for now, I think. I want to go back to this part because I'm seeing a lot darker now that I've done the rest. This needs to be a lot darker. Oh, so much chat. Oh, Reese, hello! I don't know what to call you because your name, it feels like it would be mean to call you that. Let me actually read the chat. What movie? Oh, we're gonna watch so the new Rings of Power, and then we're gonna watch the Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. Wow, I have to wear earplugs at the theater because it's always too loud. Well, another benefit of just watching at home and making it get your own popcorn at home and sodas or whatever. And I've been getting these awesome vegan candy bars that are like just like the like Reese's or Snickers or whatever, but they're vegan and they're so good. So I always look forward to that too for Friday movie night. Tom loves movies, but the theater thrill is long gone for me. Like, I like movies, the certain ones. I was just thinking about it today though. Like, I wouldn't call myself like a cinema person or something. Like, I like fantasy movies. I like adventure movies. So I guess I just like those kind of stories, and if it's in movie form, then that's cool. Oh, there's a special place in heck for people who talk in theaters. I hope so, because it drives me crazy. And like, I paid $20 just to sit here, not to mention get some popcorn and soda to help support the theater, and then I can't even watch the movie because of people talking the whole time, or on their phone the whole time, or taking pictures of the movie, or whatever. That's part of my name's charm. Well, I don't want to call you idiot. Hate? I don't want to call you hate either. I'll call you that. Hey, that. That's also rude. I can't call you any part of your name. I can call you you. Even you can come across as rude. Ooh, excuse me. Vegan candy bars. I found all the candy bars we have at work are gluten-free. Yeah, these vegan ones are super good. It's called Go Max Go, and they have like versions of Reese's, Snickers, Heath Bar, Butterfinger, Twix, Mars Bar. Yeah, tons. I haven't even tried them all yet. Yes, and it is so spendy. Right? It's cheaper to just watch the movie at home, and especially if it's one that's just going to be on... That's what we did with the newest Thor. Or at least that's what I did. Just wait till it came out on Disney Plus a couple months later. And way cheaper. Bye, Exie! Thank you for joining me! Yay! Tiu. How do you want me to pronounce it? T-I-U... Tiu. Tiu. Tia. Tia. That's cute. I could call you Tia. Oh yeah, kind of like Tia. Okay, sweet. Wow, having so much fun chatting with you guys that I forgot about my picture. Okay. Let's get back to this. Because yikes, I'm over my streaming window. But I'm doing good here with this. Inktober day 2. So I just want to finish it up. And then it'll be movie night. Dinner. We're having pizza. Yay! Oh, that's so much better now that I did this part. Yes, that transition is so nice. I'm going to take it down to the leg, actually. Something that's a nice benefit of doing art on live stream is that it looks so much different looking directly at it versus looking at it on my screen over here. And it really helps me get a sense of the overall look versus when I look at it directly, all I can see is the details. Oh, like my mom's dog, cute little ankle biter. I can't remember, did you? I think you've shared a picture in the Discord. That one? So you're, okay, so you and your mom's dog share the same name on Twitch. Tia. Poor wiener bird being neglected. No, I won't neglect it anymore. I am really happy with how the head has turned out. Like, I am so reminded of seeing those birds in the Grand Canyon when I was there. Okay. So, now I'm just doing some lines that aren't necessarily representative of something I'm seeing, but just to add texture or help differentiate stuff. Let's see, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do another line here to divide this up into 2 feathers. Okay, and I need to do, oh, where's my 3? Some hatching here to show that this wing is curving inward and has a shadow. And then that also helps it stand out from where the back is coming up between the wings. Yay! I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I like it when Inktober is fun. It always just comes down to whether I'm pressuring myself too much or not. So I'm glad I've gotten good at backing off a bit so that I can enjoy my projects a bit more without freaking out. Wanting it to be perfect and feeling paralyzed when it doesn't look perfect. Especially because that happens a lot when I'm not even done yet. So it's not even going to look perfect even if it could be perfect. If it's not done yet. Okay, added a little bit more adding. I'm going to do this one too. A little bit more ink at the bottom of these feet to give them a sense of being planted on the ground. Almost like indicating a shadow. And I guess I'll do it on this foot too. I gotta do the front more. I'm just giving it a look over. If you're hearing some dog-like noises, that's Aoife. She just got up. She was sleeping on the bed under the table next to me. Little brown min pin chihuahua mix. Oh, I think I've seen a picture. Ah, Satoita too. Hello! Wow, everybody is joining me today. That's the best. Dog noises. Yep. Oh, she just laid down on the hard floor next to me. The dogs follow me around like shadows. The dogs that we adopted last week. No, 2 weeks ago now. From Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab, Utah, where we also volunteered. And we caught COVID because volunteering put us in, not in reach, that sounds like someone did it on purpose, but we were in contact with lots of people. And that's why I still have a cough, and it's annoying. But at least the cough medicine I took seems to be helping today. Okay, just doing some shading to get a little dimension on the tail. Oh, I can leave it like this. Ah, I didn't ask you guys how you are. Sarah, I don't even think I asked you. I mean, we've been chatting for so long. How is everybody? How's it going, everybody, on your Friday? I can't believe it's Friday, because I've been sick so long that the days are passing weirdly. Okay, and then here we need some shading to show that the body is casting a shadow on this foot. But I'm imagining the foot kind of sticking out, so it's not going to completely cover it. And have a little bit right between those toes with that one sticking out like that. My ferret Cinder used to sleep in my jackets when I had them by my computer chair in my room while I still lived with my mom. Oh, that's so cute! I sometimes have put my cats into, well, not more than one, but I put a pet cat in my jacket, but I've never had a pet come in. Well, Kiki will come into my robe if I'm wearing my fuzzy robe, and she'll want to come into my robe, but never in a jacket. Oh, I see. So she'd essentially be cuddled up by my feet. Ah, I see. That's cute, though. I love it when pets want to just hang out with you when you're working. Oh, Sarah. My back hurts, but I guess I shouldn't complain because you got the sick. I know. I mean, for one, I totally understand the back hurts because my back hurts. My massage therapist had to cancel, so it's going to be like 6 weeks between appointments. And I was like, oh, I've been using those pain patches you gave me, though. They seem to help. I put them on at bedtime and sleep with them on, and they seem to help. But yeah, gosh, I haven't gotten sick at all with anything for ever since the pandemic reached Idaho, which was like over 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago. And then the thing I get sick with is the thing. But at least the vaccines worked. So I was sick, and it was definitely worse than a cold, but it was never anything so bad that I needed to go to the urgent care, and definitely not the emergency room or anything. And it's got to be because of the vaccines, because when I've gotten the flu in the past, I always have to go to the urgent care. I always do, and they have to give me an inhaler and all kinds of stuff whenever I get the flu. So I'm grateful for that At least because I had the new booster and everything. So they definitely helped me get through it relatively unscathed. Okay, I'm going to smooth out this line, or try to, because it's a little, I want it to be a little smoother curve here. Oh, I'm taking way too long on this, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying you guys' company too, so. And now I'm just going to put some of this ink on this one too, because these two types of ink, this one is much darker than this one. So I just want to make it look like it's the same line. Oh, so much chat. Okay, let's see. Satuita, doing well. Cooking stew with slow cooker. I baked some bread, so the apartment smells amazing. What kind of stew? Shichu. Shichu. That's what it is in Japanese. Shichu. Yum, yum, yum. I want the Japanese style cream stew. I've never had a stew like that. It looks so good. I bet we could figure out a vegan way to do it. I'm trying to remember how to... Tia. Tia, well, I went to buy a bike from someone who's done real estate business with my family. Use a business meeting to learn 101. Getting ready to own a home. As a guise to buy the bike. Ended up pretty much being possibly approved for a home loan. Wasn't ready to be ready. Hey, nice, dude. That's awesome, though. If that's what you want. If you're not interested, then don't worry. You know, don't let someone talk you into it. But I definitely don't regret it. Especially once I got like a proper house and not just a manufactured home. Like, I wouldn't go back to apartment life personally. Okay, real quick. There's a bunch of awesome chat to see. But I was also seeing my own picture, and it was bothering me that this is so nice and dark, and then this part wasn't. So I'm making this part darker, too. So that it matches. Yes, that looks... this is actually looking really good. It was looking kind of weird before, like the wiener bird, you know? It still looks weird, but I like it. How it's transitioning nicely from bird to mammal. Oh, what else? I don't know if you read my letter about it, but it gave me a burning sensation when I sweated under them. Oh. Well, luckily I haven't had that issue so far. I haven't been sweating at night, or at least not enough. It does hurt when they like half come off on their own. You know, like it's just stuck on long enough that the sticky gets loose, and then I'm trying to like get the rest off. But I've got little fine hairs on my lower back. It's like ripping it off like a Band-Aid, like a giant Band-Aid. Tia, I gotta get a flu shot here soon. Yeah, get your flu shot. I got mine. I got them at the same time. You can get both the bivalent COVID booster and the flu shot. They're not even in the same arm. Oh, good, good. Got the flu shot. Next booster on Tuesday. Nice. We're all going to be nice and healthy. Good. Only symptom was sore arm. That wasn't... Yeah, as a massage therapist, I bet that would be annoying. I don't know if there's a booster for Moderna yet, or if I need another COVID vaccine shot. I mean, you should definitely double check, because I'm no expert, but from what I understand, you can mix the boosters. It's like mixed results as far as studies go. Whether it's best to stick with the same brand for booster. It's like the only thing you definitely have to stick with the same brand is for the original vaccine, if you're doing a 2-part vaccine. But it seems like you can mix and match. And some people are actually doing that on purpose, because the idea is that you're getting the different technologies that are in the vaccines. But I think you can get one. I don't know, though. I got Pfizer, so... Lentil sweet potato. And other things I threw in there. I'm imagining like a cartoon, like a shoe bubbling up, or, you know, some screws or, you know, Pippi Longstocking style. Liquid smoke making it smell real good. I don't know what my booster was, but I have Pfizer up to this point. I can't read the guy's handwriting. Like on your vaccine card. Yeah, I wish my vaccine card was a little neater. Because for the very first one, they put a sticker on it and they just plastered it right in the middle of the card. They didn't like try to line it up with those little sections or anything. It just like blunt right. Like, what the heck, dude? Come on. I mean, with staffing issues and stuff, you know, I'm not gonna be too harsh about it, but I do wish it was just a little bit neater. And now with the second booster, I don't really have room for more. I'm gonna have to get in fact, I think they actually did give me a second card for the second booster, and now I have 2 cards in my little protective sleeve thing. Oh, Sarah had the same thing. He had to start a new card for this booster. Just got whatever shot they had because it is what it is. Yeah, I figure it's probably good enough. It's probably better to get the booster and have whatever protection it gives. Because nothing will ever be perfect, so. At least that's my theory. I guess I've just been lucky that everything that has been available has been the same thing for me. I mean, I don't know if I'm lucky. Maybe it is better to get different brands and then... Because I think there's something to that argument, that by mixing up the brands, you can get the benefit of multiple different technologies behind the vaccines. Okay, I'm just doing a few final. It's like I want to show that this leg is not just taped on, but like coming out. So a little extra shading under here. Oh, my screen turned off. I lost my reference image. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I might be done, which is good because it's about time for my movie night. I'm doing a little bit of hatching on this ring around the eye because it's actually gray. It's kind of like the beak and the feet where it's actually gray, but it's fairly well lit up by just the light reflecting on it from the environment. There, that's good. Now I wonder, I'm gonna look at my screen over here, see what the overall look is. I think I might want to add a little, even more dark under this foot. Where's my graphic one? There it is. I made copies of my cards and keep the original in the fridge. Good idea. Supposedly better coverage since they're a little different. I'm excited to see more research into that because it's not just from a practical perspective. I just think that it's interesting, this scientific advancements that we've made so quickly because of necessity. And I really like science, so I think it's really cool that we were able to come together and like come up with, like, it was the fastest we ever came up with a vaccine for something because we pooled our resources as a, you know, human species or whatever you would call that. Okay, how does that look? Ah, yeah, I think that's better. More matching with this one. Okay. I think I'm going to call this good. I'm just going to, let's see, I'll use my 8 this time. I used the brush pen last time to write, but my letters aren't that consistent looking, so I'm going to use a size 8 too. So I write that this is Inktober 2022 day 2 for me. And the prompt is Scurry. And I will use the brush pen to sign it though. Sign it back here by this foot. Yay! Okay. Wow, stream for an hour and a half, but I had so much fun with you guys that I didn't even notice the time pass. Like, normally my back starts hurting by now, but it's not even hurting because I'm just having such a great time. My posture is staying good because it's good vibes from you guys. Here is a close-up of the final Inktober drawing for this prompt. A rat plus a Stellar's J. I think it turned out pretty good. Little wiener bird. Okay. Well, it's well past time to get ready for movie night, dinner time. Wiener bird. Thanks to Sarah for that one. I think it's great. That's the alternate title for this is Wiener bird. Tell Sean I said hi. Okay, I will. I'm about to go tell him I'm ready for dinner. Okay, that's it for now. I'll be back next week, same time on Wednesday. I'd love if you could join me if you're free. But until then, thank you for watching.